and welcome to another day in the Hope Project. So today we're going to talk about the letter C, and the word I've chosen for the letter C is courage. I know it's a strong word, isn't it? Courage is a strong word, and I actually witnessed courage right when I started this. Just a couple of seconds ago, there was a little kiddo in my lap, our little girl, 2 years old, who pulled up beside me on this rocking chair outside and was sitting with me for a minute. Now, she doesn't really like rocking chairs. It was a pretty high distance for her, but it was with the courage that she said, despite the fear, I'm going to continue to persevere to sit with mom. I think we see some of the strongest courage in the kids that we get to be with. But I think we all have that courage. And I think we get to experience it more in our life than we're even aware of. So for instance, you might hear birds chirping in my sound while we do this. There's a lot of courage in them being around here and being with us and being able to, in spite of a risk, enjoy the glorious day and the sun that's shining in this beautiful place. Courage is a really, really powerful thing. I know one of the quotes that I've heard about courage is that it's not the absence of fear, but it's the triumph over it. And that was Nelson Mandela. That really it's the people we're around that role model the power of courage. It's not something that's easy, but it's something that's worth every minute of the tolerance and every minute of making our courage stronger. I know courage is something that the moments where we've experienced it can really shape who we become and how we view our lives. So I'm going to tell you a personal story of where I really, really learned the meaning behind courage. So I grew up, like I said, in foster care, and I had endured some pretty serious physical abuse when I was a young child. Some of that actually had led to a brain injury. And so when I was 18 years old, I had done some treatment and then found out that I was needing to have a brain surgery to help correct some of the injury in my brain. And I have a little bit of the scar tissue that I had had from that. And I really get to tell people that I am screwed up in the head, and it's 100% true because they put the little screws in there. And I can tell you that it was so scary, every bit of it. The unknown, the fear, the worries, the what ifs, but it was the courage that got me past it, that got me to it, and got me through it. And it was the courage that others displayed too that impacted me, because our courage can inspire others. Our courage is an internal feeling, an internal belief that we can externalize, and it'll show through compassion. So the courage that my husband had, the courage that my parents had, the courage that the church showed, the courage that the medical providers who we're seeing right now in this COVID-19 day in and day out provide was so impactful that I could say, in some ways, it saved my life. And we all have the power within us to take that courage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you the PowerPoint for today that really goes with this for the takeaway. So courage, as you can see on this screen, is really, sorry, trying to get it to, there you go. Courage doesn't mean it'll be easy, like me trying to pull that up. Courage to come up here and speak on a YouTube is not something I ever thought I would do. And I think I'm fearful of it every day. But that courage trumps fear. It doesn't mean it'll be easy though. But courage is also something that can induce curiosity. And it's what provokes us into that world of compassion. And when we are compassionate, that leads to action. And so if you want to do something, or you have a goal, or there's something you want to do, build that courage, place it with your compassion, and then identify your action. It's really us speaking from the inside out. One of the things that Brené Brown said, and she studies shame and vulnerability, she said that courage comes from the Latin word cor, which means heart and souls. It's for your ability to open your heart and see what's inside. So courage is a really personal thing that becomes a collective thing that other people may see and experience with you. I know that you're courageous people. And so in your journal today, I'd like you to reflect on something that you conquered through courage. And then I want you to journal about how you feel about that or another experience that you have conquered, because I'm sure you have many of them. Big and little, it doesn't matter. Courage is courage. And then write down 3 skills that you know you have from that that can help you be courageous today and tomorrow. You are a brave, brave soul, and I'm so glad that you joined me today to discuss the conversation of our C word, courage. I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time, hopefully tomorrow, to enjoy the letter D. Have a great day.